First of all, good morning, y'all. How y'all doing this morning? Me, I'm doing good. I woke up this morning and a friend of mine called me and said there's a documentary about the man that I went after that was running a sex cult, and it's now on Hulu. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know if I want to see it, to be honest, because I feel like people are not going to be completely honest about everything about what happened, because there were things that are not being told that the person that did the actual documentary did not look into, that only I and a few other people know. Um, a lot of you may not know about this particular cult. Some of you do. The name of the cult that I went after was Natureboy. I was the one that was harassed, bullied, stalked, and doxxed in that situation. I was the one that was actually the monkey wrench that was unexpected. I was the one that actually did go to the authorities. I am the one that actually did call the FBI in that situation. I am the one with another parent that actually sent stuff to Georgia that no one knew about. There are things about that situation that only I and a select few people know concerning not only him, but those people in that cult. The thing about it is, when I got into it, it wasn't about me go. I wasn't going to go to any type of police at first. That was not my intention. My intention was to just bring awareness to it from a father-daughter perspective, and the fact that majority of these girls did not have their fathers in their lives except one. And that's how I got involved, because I saw the father wanting his daughter back. And not only did he touch me, he touched a lot of people. And then there were other parents that wanted their daughters back. They didn't even know their daughters were even gone. They didn't even know their sons were gone. When I first seen it, I was introduced by my ex. And he told me to sit down and watch this. And I watched it and I said, this ain't nothing but a scam. Okay, they're living in nature. When does black people start living in nature? It didn't take me but 5 seconds to figure it out. After that, I never watched it again. Him and I separated. This man tried to become him. It was always the same type of verbal, mental, psychological abuse, trying to tell me I didn't know what I spoke on, trying to micromanage me, recording women having sex, which is what he did. And so I ended things. I didn't let it go that far. But when I woke up one morning, I saw 4 girls on a screen talking about this man in a polygamous relationship. I started digging a little bit further. But it wasn't until I saw one of their fathers that I decided I wanted to get involved. At that time, I had just started my podcast and I wanted to bring awareness, so I started doing it on my podcast. And then I decided to go on social media and do it. And at first, nobody was really watching my videos at the time. And then after that, people started coming on and noticing me. I was different because I had information that no one else had. And the way I broke these nature boy situations down was to expose it, to basically get it to stop, to get these girls to wake up, to get these girls to go home, to get these girls to realize this man is not who he says that he is. He had a baby mother that came on social media with someone by the name of Young Pharaoh and told how he used to abuse her and how they left everything, got into an RV, and started being in nature. There was a man by the name of Nature Boy that was before him that was on social media talking about grounding, talking about Bruce Lipton, George Dispenza, stuff like that. And he copied this man and stole this man's identity. I exposed that. I exposed that they were never living in nature in the first place and that he was a scam and a con artist. Then there were people coming on my platform wanting me to get involved in YouTube beefs, and I ended up blocking someone from my channel. The next thing I know, I was being attacked. The next thing I know, because they couldn't control me, because they couldn't manipulate me, and because I didn't want to get involved with the con of it all as social media content creators. A lot of these content creators were pretending they were helping these families get their kids back, when in all actuality, they were not. They were lying. They were lying to these parents, and they were very much involved. Some of the parents were sending their kids money, thinking that was the right thing to do, and it wasn't. A woman by the name of Mama Dia passed away over there because she was not taking her medications because she thought he could heal her. The money that cult made off people that really thought this man was the Messiah was in the millions. But that's the part of the cult they don't talk about. They don't talk about the scam and the con behind it. There were people that were luring people over there to what happened to them. These people are not as innocent as you think they are. They're not. None of those people that were up there speaking, but a few of them, were just as much involved in the con, in the scam of it all. And they were, and I have receipts of that. I have receipts, conversations, and someone that sent me paperwork. And I was the one content creator Natureboy never wanted to speak to. I was the one that he did not want them to attack me. Because there was things I knew that no one else, not no single solitary channel holder knew. And I will never divulge any of that. Now, some people say they were the reason that he was locked up. No, they weren't. I called the FBI. No one called the FBI. No one called the authorities until I did. I called the authorities. But they said there was nothing that I could do because I wasn't a victim. But I was told to send what I had. I did. Me and a mother of one of the people that was over there decided to grab everything together, take it to the authorities in Georgia, which is what we did, and I said nothing. I left social media after that. After that happened, I left. I was really just the person that was the distraction. I had no idea these people were going to post my address, my phone number, get me fired from my job, contact my landlord, go after my family, calling them all times of night, making false allegations, messing with my child who had autism, bringing my son's father and my ex of 7 years on social media. The things these people did to try to ruin my life, to stop me from taking down a man that was running a sex cult, was insane. The people that were really, people thought was trying to help them, they were not. They were just as much involved. See, there's a scam behind all of this. And that's the part that content creator, whoever did this documentary for YouTube, did not get into. They didn't get into the money. They didn't get into the people that were sponsoring, that was funding. They didn't get into none of that. They didn't get into what happened in Nicaragua. They didn't get into half the stuff that content creators knew. Not one content creator was actually interviewed that really had the real receipts. So it really wasn't about telling the full story. It was really about glorifying it. They're glorifying the situation. There's way more about this Natureboy situation than what's on that documentary. And I and a few others have the receipts of that. I still have all of my receipts. I still have all of my recordings. I have evidence that I contacted the FBI. I have evidence that I contacted the authorities. Evidence of all of that. The woman that I helped get her daughter back is no longer here. But at least she died knowing that he's in prison, life plus 10 years. But I'm not trying to take credit. I'm not trying to get glorified. I'm just telling my own story of what happened to me in that situation. So I wouldn't have